So when you open videostar, this is the first thing you see. There's a lot of buttons, so I will explain to you exactly what everything means. At the top left corner, we have this little heart with a small star, and that basically is videostar insider. Edits from other people, like editors of the week, and some cute news about videostar. Next, you have this shopping bag, and that is basically if you want to buy videostar Pro. Me personally, I have Year Pro and I pay it every year. At the top right corner, we have this little this, and that's basically like the new music of the day. Hold on. Yeah, that's basically the new music that was added into videostar, and you can make videos with it. I don't recommend using it, but you can. And we have the plus button, and we will get to that later. That's the button that you use to make an edit. Then you have this question mark, and that is literally just like if you need help with anything. And then there is this, and that is basically projects and previous edits that have been saved to your iCloud. Then you can see this button, but it actually doesn't work anymore, and you have to go to the settings, and that basically means appearance. And then you have all of these different settings that you can adjust to your liking. These are mine. You can make folders for your edits, and then you can also do this. I have no idea what this means though, I never used that. Let's make our first ever edit. To make a project or the edit, you need to tap the plus button, and then you have this thing right here that is the video format. I like to go with the square one. I feel like the square one is the most used one, at least in the style of edits I do. You can either select a song or edit video. So when you go select song, you get these free songs. No one uses them, but they are there. Okay, if you have some songs in your music library, you can use that. I don't. And basically what most editors do is they go into videos and they select their saved sound or an edit with that sound. So for example, if I want to go with it, right, you can just put it there. You can set your start, you can set your end. This one means that you will just play at a certain time that you have this thing, so I can go right here and play it. And this one means basically that you will play the selected part. You can also adjust speed and pitch. If you have been on TikTok in the past 2 years, there has been this era where everyone would either make slow-mo sounds or sped up sounds. You can do that here too. You can literally do this. You can also unlock this, and you can make it faster with a lower pitch. Usually I do the edit video. I select the video that has the sound I want to use, which is going to be this one, for example, and then I set my start, set my end. You can keep these clips here. I like to move them down a little bit. You can also zoom like this. You can zoom like this. You can put any grids if you want to have some symmetry there. These are the buttons that I've already talked about, and here you can turn it around, and here you can move it like this, but you can move it like this too. And here is the background color. You can also do this, get your background. So now you have your audio ready. You want to go make video. If you want to speed up your audio or change the pitch, then I would recommend selecting the song and then turn this into just a black screen with the audio. And you can do the same thing I'm going to do now with this one. There is a lot of buttons again. So here's audio, and you can modify pitch. Then you can fade in, which is like this. I sometimes do the fade out, but not really. And you can also edit audio. Either you can add a sound effect, voice recording, or audio from video. Yeah, and here you can also make different keyframes and change the volume of your audio. Ooh, wait, why is that good? Okay, you know what? We will keep this. I like that. You want to go to edit, and you have copy, paste, undo, redo, merge scenes, split scenes, delete scene, share video clip. You want to go to split scene. If you want to, you can also add different beats, and then you just set where you want your scenes to be. So yeah. Okay, this space I won't split because this will be a loop, which means that I will just export this part and then put it here. Okay, go split. Now you have your scenes split. I will put the text right here so you know what each scene is. So the first part is called the intro, then you have your scenes, and then you have your loop, and then you have your outro. Also here you can take a picture. You probably want to import your scenes. Go to new, and now you can record video, import photo. These are like the three main tools to start an edit. So now you want to just import all of your clips here. I'm not going to do the whole edit, but I will do like the first 3 clips or something, okay? Now you can do whatever you want, and I have plenty of tutorials for velocities, for transitions, colorings, everything is on my channel, so definitely check that out. But I will just show you each tool and what you can do with it and what it actually means, okay? All of the tools are in the new button, and then you have motion, velocity, re-effect, transform, mix, multilayer, and timing. Honestly, I mostly use velocity, multilayer, transform, and re-effect. Motion is basically that you can like reverse the clip, I don't know, change the speed of it. I don't really use this, but this is like what motion does. Then you have velocity, and that's basically what I use the most. You can change your settings here, and you can change your clip if you want to, and you can just adjust this however you want. I'll use that right now because I hate when clips are not slowed down. Next we have re-effect. I love this one so much. These are my effects that I have here. You are probably going to have something else there, but basically you are gonna tap plus, and then you have a bunch of these different effects that you can use. Let's say I want to add turbulence, okay? Yes, this is funny, but once you edit a lot, it just like seems normal to you, and you can change the turbulence settings here. Some effects don't have these settings. These are also my favorites. Also on re-effect, you can add all of these at once, which is something you cannot do on multilayer. You can also like do this smear effect. If you have been here since 2020, you can tap this and it will make it like 2 times slower, and so you can quickly work with it. And then you can just select quick effects, and that's just going to do it without the preview. Next we have transform. So you can add quality like fake topaz to your edits. These are my settings if you want to copy them. I think quality is free, so I'm just gonna go and create. Another really used one is custom coloring. Everybody uses this. So you can see this just like adds everything to the edit. Then you can add videostar motion blur. Amazing, love it so much. Makes everything smoother. No effect. Videostar motion blur. I've never used that, but like this one does. Explore is also great. You can go and like make people transitions. And like if you want to do some kind of internet effect, maybe you can always go and do that. Like sure, and then we have like many other effects. All of them are quite interesting. I know a lot of people use this one. There's sharpen if you are. Yeah, sharpen is also great. And this one people use this one a lot. Yeah, there's basically all these interesting effects. Okay, I'm also going to use the motion blur, and then you can with the new transform and add another effect over that. Okay. I hope that you kind of get how adding effects on top of each other works, because sadly in videostar you cannot use multiple effects at once. You need to do one effect, do like for example a bass, and then like create that and add another effect over it again. Mix is great. You can do like these burns, you can do different transitions, and basically you need to just like tap this and add your clips. For example, I want to do this. I can. Ooh, I like that. You can also tap this, and you can really like change the length and the placement of your transition. Next, we have multilayer. We love multilayer. Multilayer is your best friend here, okay? So, once you open multilayer, you have a bunch of these boxes here. The best ones to use is 1 and 2, but they're all the same. First, you have your background also. You can add your QR code. These ones are free, these ones are paid. You can make it 3D, you can make your custom lighting. Then there are these layer effects. And now I will show you exactly what to do. You want to go to the one box and select any of your clips. So this is the clip we started with. This is the clip we have now, okay? This is the clip going through all the different effects we have added. You can also add color, you can draw, you can add a photo from your gallery. Make a null layer. That is basically a layer that contains two already made layers. And you can like put them together and use them as another layer. I hope that makes sense. Add a GIF. You can add a 3D object. These are really cute. I don't know. Hold on. You can do some zaps. I have no idea what this is. Particles, and then there is text, animated text, and overlay. So let's say you go with the 3D layer. You can replace content, clear layer, or edit keyframes. There's a lot going on. So first you can move it like this. This basically changes the placement of it with the dot, okay? The dot is usually the center of the layer, but when you do this, and let's say I'm going to move the vinyl here, this is what you have, and the dot is now going to be somewhere else. You can also change your grid. You can change your background of your opacity here. When you tap that, you can have some layout effects. You can change the size, color effects, and then here you have like basically like the rotation. See, this is the 3D object. This is what I wanted to show you. You can literally make so many cool transitions with this. These are your settings, so you can have default to smooth paths, center layer, center vertically or horizontally. You can flip path horizontally, flip path vertically. You can show other layers or all layers. You can delete all keyframes or copy keyframes from another layer, and you can also hide dots. Now I will explain to you what are keyframes and graphs. Let's say you want to make a slight transition. Go all the way to the end of your clip, and you are going to move it somewhere. So I'm going to use the grid for this, and let's say I want to move it here. So this grid will help me get there. This is what you have, okay? Is this great for a transition? I don't think so. Usually the transition goes like, you know? And to make that, you need to go to here. And now you have these pre-made graphs. You can do like this one. If you want it to go like that, you can do this one. I know there is not much change here because this clip is short, but there is a lot of change, like this. See? But I like to make my custom graphs. When you go there, you're going to have spline. You can create your own graph like this. Let's say first, this is basically like the movement, okay? So it's going to go slow, and then it's going to get faster near the end. See? The easiest graph to make yourself is using this Bezier thing. You can make it bigger, you can make it smaller. You have basically these two dots, and you just move them however you want, like this. This and this are the two classics. Everybody uses these. So I'm going to make them into QR codes so you don't have to make them. You have your first ever transition, but as you can see, it has this here. We do not want this here. So what we're gonna do is go to mirror, and now you can mirror the layer however you want, and then you've got your other effects, and this is layout. You can do one effect of each per layer. These are my favorites, okay? You have reveal, distortion. You can also change the different settings here. We have our turbulence again, and the difference here is that it's not going to be a passive effect, but you can change it however you want, okay? So let's say you want to make a cute warp transition. So here you can change your settings. You can also select your color. So because this is going to be a transition, I like to go with tracking blur, but you can also use a focus effect. It's an effect, it's like a color effect called focus. That is basically very similar, but it's for free. Now let's do the warp. And once again, you've got your layout effect, and you're gonna go to the end and do this. See? It changes back. So now you can change, like you can do your graph. Then if you want to do a text, you can also do a text here. You can change your fonts, all of these settings. It's like not that hard. You can also have animated text, which basically just like adds this. You cannot do layout or color effects on animated text. On normal text you can, but you cannot use these. On animated text you can use these, and these are just like these cute little text effects that you can use. And last but not least, we have timing. I have no idea what this is. I have never used this in my life, so yeah, I'm not going to help you with this because I have no idea what this is. How to make the loop. Save it, you can go share. It's going to export the video, and then you can save it. And to make the loop, you basically want to go back, and here when you have like your loop part, you're just going to have your already created edit, and once the intro ends, you can just set start there, and there you go, you have your loop. Okay, this edit is not finished, but I'm going to show you what it looks like potentially, okay, with the loop. Yeah, so there's that. I have tutorials for velocities, transitions, different effects, and QR codes. I have coloring QR codes. I have outro tutorials. I think I even have intro tutorials. If you want an intro tutorial, just like ask me. If you want a tutorial for anything, I'm sure I will make it. I'm sure I will find a way to help you, and I hope this wasn't too complicated for you.